Have you ever found yourself trapped in a situation where two people played completely opposite roles, one aggressive and intimidating, the other calm and understanding? If so, you were likely a target of good cop, bad cop, a powerful manipulation technique that has been used for centuries to break people down, extract information, and influence decisions. But how exactly does it work, and why is it so effective? This technique is commonly seen in police interrogations, but what many people don't realize is that it's also widely used in business negotiations, sales tactics, workplaces, and even personal relationships. It's not just a trick, it's a psychological weapon. So let's dive deep into the mechanics of this strategy. How does it play with your emotions? Why do people fall for it? And most importantly, how can you protect yourself from being manipulated? The psychology behind good cop, bad cop. At its core, good cop. Bad cop works by creating an extreme emotional contrast. It relies on two fundamental psychological principles. First, the contrast effect. When exposed to something negative or stressful, anything even slightly better feels like a relief. The bad cop applies pressure, and the good cop eases it, making you more likely to comply with what they want. Second, the principle of reciprocity. If someone treats us kindly after we've been under stress, we feel an unconscious urge to return the favor, even if it means making a decision against our best interests. This combination is incredibly powerful because it hijacks your brain's natural responses to authority, stress, and relief. You think you're making a rational decision, but in reality, your emotional state is being carefully controlled. Let's look at some real-world scenarios where this manipulation tactic is used. Example 1. Police interrogations. This is where the term good cop, bad cop comes from, and it's one of the most well-documented psychological tactics in law enforcement. Imagine you're taken in for questioning. The bad cop enters the room first. His body language is aggressive, his voice sharp. He slams a file on the table and leans in close. We already have evidence against you. You're wasting our time. If you don't talk now, things will get much worse for you. Your stress levels spike. Your heartbeat quickens. You feel trapped. Then, just as the tension peaks, the good cop steps in. His voice is softer, his posture relaxed. Look, I don't think you're a bad person. Maybe you were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. My partner, he's losing patience. If you work with me, I can help you get a better deal. In that moment, relief floods your system. The good cop seems like an ally, someone you can trust. But in reality, he's just as much a part of the setup as the bad cop. The goal? To get you talking. And here's the terrifying part. Even if you know it's a manipulation, your brain still reacts emotionally. You still feel that pull toward the good cop. Example 2, business and sales manipulation. Now let's move out of the interrogation room and into the world of business. This tactic is rampant in negotiations and sales. Picture this. You walk into a car dealership excited to buy a new car. The salesman greets you, but within minutes, he turns into the bad cop. Look, this is the best price you're going to get. We're already giving you a discount. Take it or leave it. The pressure is intense. You hesitate. You start second-guessing yourself. Then, out of nowhere, his colleague steps in, the good cop. Hey, I understand you're on a budget. Maybe I can talk to my manager and see if we can work something out. Instant relief. The contrast between these two approaches makes you feel like the second salesman is on your side. And when he comes back with a special deal, you're far more likely to accept it, even if it's not actually a good bargain. In reality, both of them were working together from the start. This technique isn't just used in car sales. It appears in high-stakes business negotiations, real estate deals, and even job interviews. Example 3. Workplace manipulation. This strategy doesn't just exist in transactions. It thrives in the workplace. Imagine you're asking your boss for a raise. The bad cop, your direct manager, immediately shoots you down. A raise? Your performance has been average. I don't see why we should increase your salary right now. You feel discouraged, almost defeated. But then, someone from HR, the good cop, steps in. I know you've been working hard. Maybe we can compromise. How about a smaller raise for now, and we'll revisit this in 6 months? That small bit of hope makes you accept far less than you originally wanted. And just like that, you've been manipulated into thinking you won. Why is this technique so effective? This strategy hacks your emotions in 3 major ways. First, it plays on stress and relief. When the bad cop overwhelms you, your brain craves an escape. The moment the good cop steps in, you grab onto that relief without questioning the true motive. Second, it forces quick decision-making. High-pressure situations trigger impulsive choices. You don't have time to think critically. You just want to get out of the situation. Third, it makes the good cop seem trustworthy. In reality, both cops are on the same team, but your brain categorizes them separately. You feel an emotional bond with the good cop, even when you logically know they're working together. How to defend yourself? Against good cop, bad cop. Now that you know how it works, here's how to fight back. Recognize the pattern. The moment you see 2 people playing extreme roles, stay alert. Don't react emotionally. Stay calm, even when faced with aggression. The moment they see you're not responding as expected, their strategy weakens. Slow down. The trick relies on pressure. Take your time, ask questions, and don't rush into decisions. Call it out. If you suspect you're being manipulated, say something like, "I see what's happening here. Let's have a fair discussion." The more you stay in control of your emotions, the less power this trick has over you. Final thoughts. Good cop. Bad cop is a deceptively simple but incredibly effective manipulation strategy. It thrives in high-pressure situations, exploiting your emotions and forcing compliance. But now that you understand how it works, you have the power to resist it. Now, let me ask you, have you ever fallen for this tactic? Where did you see it being used? Share your experiences in the comments.